Blocked by Frederic. Frederic in the race, and he scores! A diving effort puts a virtual cap on this game.
Welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit BuyAToyota.com. 3-0 shutout for the Boston Bruins over the New Jersey Devils. So much to talk about here, guys. But Razor, I want to bring up your point from pregame that this, yes, they're at home, was really kind of like an extension of the road trip. Traveled yesterday, right back at it early today. Tired, but they didn't show it, and they really, really performed well to end this sort of streak, this road trip, on a good note, right?
Yeah, and they take 5-game segments. They talk about 5-game segments all the time. So they had 4 on the road. They had this one. They get 7 points out of the 10 games. They have a .700 percentage in the league, and we talk about everyone's complaining about their overtime losses, and now they're top of the league again with 61 points. So,
and we agree that Jersey was missing some important players.
That list that Jack just run down.
Dougie Hamilton, Timo Meier. Nosek. Well, Nosek really hasn't played, but you're right. But no, okay. But the Bruins are still missing, you know,
Carlo,
Patra, Ullmark, Forbert, right? I mean, so this isn't, you know, back and forth. What I'm saying is everybody's dealing with injuries.
Yeah.
It's that time of year right now. The Bruins seem to handle any coming home distractions beautifully. I'd say better than you and I did on this game.
Way better than I did, and way better than I expected. I thought that was going to be much more of a grind for them, and they had a few minutes in the second, but, I mean, it was dominant.
Dominant. And it has to be. It has to be the fact, and I love that Jim Montgomery put them out to start the first and the second. It has to be the impetus of that first line, the top line, Pastrnak kept with Coyle and Marchand. They were dynamite.
Yeah.
First period, second period. They set tone.
Yeah, I would say it's not a coincidence they dominated the last 5 periods of hockey with those 3 together.
Yeah.
And it was led by them. And I don't remember them having a bad shift the last 2 games together.
I agree.
There wasn't one where they got hemmed in, or turnovers or random plays that they made where you thought, ooh, that was tough. They were just rock solid.
Yeah, they owned ice. I don't have the analytics in front, but they owned ice. There was no uh-ohs. What are you doing? Don't make that play within 4 or 6 feet of the blue line in either way. They were sharp. And it also translated to the power play, too.
Yeah.
Their movement on the power play was excellent.
You noticed all 3 of them on this goal by Charlie Coyle. Some beautiful passing between Brad Marchand and David Pastrnak. Coyle scoring with the backhand.
Yeah, it was 200 feet away, and they moved the puck extremely quickly. David Pastrnak finds an angle and then finds Marshy with a little bit of footwork, pulls up, and Charlie Coyle makes a great, quick decision, great hockey sense play to put that backhander past Nico Daws. But it's the quickness, and it's Charlie Coyle recognizing where the open space is with a great backhander.
All right, I would tell you when I am right some of the times, and mostly when I'm wrong a lot of the time. That was just Charlie Coyle's second backhand goal of the year. I thought it was his third. He's had a lot of back. You know who else has 2 is Jake DeBrusk. They're tied for the lead, but Frederic had that other beautiful one. That's a quick shot, though. Razor already broke it down in the second intermission about the point of release, etc. And Daws played a pretty darn good game.
It was awesome.
And this one gets beat short side there. Backhands can make a goalie look bad. They can't, and it isn't that usually it isn't that they're bad. It's usually you just don't feel it the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we wanted to show you this because Charlie Coyle's career high in goals with the Bruins, because of course he played for the Wild as well, is 16, and that was his 15th goal of the season. So he's just 1 away from that. And as we look, 32 points on the season so far. 45 with the Bruins is his career high. David Pastrnak, from where he's known to score, even though he's getting all types of goals this season, scoring on the power play from the circle.
Beautiful movement, puck retrieval, everything. This was, you know, you could feel it. I'm not going to say you knew it was going to happen, but I sure thought it was meaning they're going to get one here. They got lucky right there. The puck bounced away from the defender. Now they're retrieving pucks. They're working at it. Pastrnak saying, all right, I'm in my area, right? And never once do you see Jersey Razor get really, really settled. They try to reset here, but then Pastrnak is going to be wide open, hammer time. I mean, outside the dots by 6 feet.
Well, it starts right there. Brad Marchand poking the puck from Nico Daws. If he's a split second behind, the NHL goaltender covers that and deadens the play. Now they're out there for 55, 60 seconds. David just keeps floating back. It's impossible to defend way out there. You can't go out there as a defender, even though you know he's going to get it. You can't go outside the dots, and you're not supposed to be able to beat a goaltender from outside the dots in the National Hockey League, but David does it night after night. His ability to find a space on the goaltender with the short side from all the way out there is really, really impressive.
And you're not going out there because what? You're leaving the center of the ice
you're too far open. Yeah, you're too wide.
Then you just bump it into Charlie Coyle, and he has the shot right to the net. And don't discard Van Riemsdyk and his ability to screen the goaltenders on that play. You could see on the down low, he screens. Daws has too far to go because of that screen.
Well, David Pastrnak racking up 18 points in his last 12 games, 4 of them power play goals and 2 game winners. All of those very important. Okay, one theme for this Bruins team all season: take fewer penalties. They did that today.
Yes.
Fewer, and they had a good PK in the third.
Yeah. Well, right. They still took a penalty, but their PK was outstanding. Their footwork, they were moving their feet all game. They weren't chasing with their sticks. They were making plays with their sticks again. Here they protect middle of the ice. They shrink that zone with 3 guys around 1. Now they bring it to the outside, and they're allowed to just go. You pressure to a point. When the player's facing you, you pressure to a point that you just make them uncomfortable. If they turn their back, then you engage. If not, you just stay to the middle. You let them stay to the outside. Bruins did a nice job of that.
They did, you see New Jersey so far away from each other. There's no movement, and the Bruins are just absolute sharks when it comes to a team like this. They let them stay outside. There's no panic. They're not going to get themselves out of position. Really nice job by the Bruins, and it's easy to not take penalties when you have the puck the whole night. Yeah. And that was the case tonight for the Bruins, not just having that one minor late in the third.
They've taken some bad ozone penalties, though, too.
Yep.
And in this one, yes, they had the puck in off a lot, but even when they didn't, they got it back with their feet. They did it back the right way. I think the power play is also an area where the Devils really miss Jack Hughes and Timo Meier.
We were giving the Bruins penalty kill present, but absolutely, it's not the same when you don't have a marquee guy like a David Pastrnak. We've seen it when David's not in the lineup. The power play doesn't, because you can just easily play off of all of the players on the ice. You're not concerned about anyone.
And they haven't had Dougie for a while, but he can bring the hammer from the point.
Yeah.
So anyways, listen, you got to play with what you got. Bruins did it beautifully with what they had, and they were better than the Devils.
And Jeremy Swayman, excellent in this one. His 3rd straight start, and he gets a shutout, so his 3rd shutout of the season, guys. Really, really standing up in this one.
Yeah, he was great after the first period. Didn't have to do much, but he made some big saves like we talked about in the second intermission, in the second period. Moved to 2-0-1 against New Jersey Devils in his career, over a .950 save percentage now. He was rock solid, gave a little fist pump at the end. I think he really wanted that shutout, especially first game at home after being an all-star, or nodded as an all-star. Again, rock solid. And this is a game, again, for him, he hasn't played a lot of these in his career, where he's played 3 games and then coming home off of a road trip, probably a little tired, probably hasn't gotten enough sleep the last couple days. And as a goaltender, you want to test yourself. And the best goaltenders are great when they're at 85%. And Jeremy Swayman proved tonight that he can play these type of games and play 4 games in a week and still have the pop to his game and the focus to his game.
Is Swayman quicker in your eyes? We'll do star of the game first. I'll ask you a question.
He is our Subaru star of the game. And with that, we're going to take a look at his record.
Let me raise something here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Has he gotten quicker? In my uneducated goalie eye, I feel like he's sharper with his push. Like he's a quicker. And if so, how do you become quicker as a goalie at this age?
So he's gotten quicker because he's not going as far. I think his movements are smaller. They're just as athletic. They're just as powerful. But I think his knowledge of the crease, his knowledge in reading plays, as he's only got 105 starts, he's gaining more knowledge all the time in these games. So I think he does look faster. He looks bigger because he's getting to his spots just that split second quicker because he's reading the play a little better. Or he's not out as far. He's drifting back in his game, so he's getting to his spots quicker. So it looks all of those things, and it's a product of hockey sense and positioning.
So he's not doing those. You ever seen those old videos of Trent?
The Trent, the knee jumps? That's been out there a little bit. They're doing the Russian dance and the whole thing. I mean, he might be doing a little bit of that, but I think it's. I think he's just reading the game, and he's so confident at this point where you grow.
He
you
is
grow
confident.
when you get confident.
He's just entering that hockey player prime between the physical and then the mental. People think, physical prime, 18 to 21. No. It's like 23 to 27, because then everything kind of comes together physically and mentally. He's really entered that well.
For guys, the mental takes a long time. All right?
It's a good point.
You're still proving it takes a long time.
I can't argue.
Just
no, you're not.
kidding. I don't want to get in trouble over here.
The truth hurts.
The truth does hurt sometimes. All right. Jeremy Swayman was the guest with Adam Pellerin for the walk-off.
Jeremy, coming back after a 4-game road trip, it can be a grind, that first game back home. You guys were able to grind it out, though.
I think it was one of our best start to finish games of the year. It was really special seeing the guys just take initiative from the drop of the puck to the end of the third, and that's what we're working for. And I think that road trip definitely gave us some momentum going forward with a couple of tough overtime losses, and I'm excited to see what we do next.
1-0 game, closing seconds of the second period. You're able to make a nice save on Nathan Bastian. How were you able to see that with all the traffic in front?
They did a good job at net front, and I think our guys did a great job blocking shots all night, and of course boxing out, letting my vision be easy. So I got to shout out Razor. We worked on some screen this summer, so that donut's for him.
And finally, first of 5 straight here at home. How important is it to take advantage of the schedule at this point?
Well, you don't realize how much you miss home until you're gone for a week, and these fans are so amazing, and obviously the city is incredible to play in front of. So couldn't be happier to be back here and finish off this week. Start off with a win and just keep rolling with it.
Third shutout of the year for Jeremy Swayman, the All-Star. Thanks, man.
I don't know about that. I got to keep up with you. I saw you in the gym this road trip, so I got to take some notes out of your book.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to keep up with you guys. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
See you soon.
All right, bro.
Nothing but love with Jeremy Swayman. So tell us, Razor, take us to what he was shouting you out for, or shouting you out.
Well, he just did that because he promised that he would do that. He couldn't wait to get a shutout at home and talk and just kind of embarrass me, I guess, more than anything. We jumped on the ice a couple times in the summer, and when he needed someone to hang out with. So, but I didn't do anything along those lines in any way whatsoever. No.
Are you the goalie coach that wears goalie skates or skater skates?
Player skates. Yeah, we're player skate guys. I learned that from
graduated.
Goalie Bob. Yeah, Goalie Bob doesn't. We wear player skates. Don't wear goalie skates out there.
Like I said,
for goalies. I'm not a goalie anymore.
Nothing but love with Swayman and the NESN crew. All right, guys, plenty more to come on Bruins Overtime Live. We're going to get more reaction to this 3-0 win against the Devils. Andy Brickley's going to go one-on-one with head coach Jim Montgomery right after the break, so stay tuned for that. And later on in Bruins post-game final, the women's Beanpot is coming to TD Garden. Later, we're going to hear from the players who will be battling out on Garden Ice this year, and we're going to hear from Harvard legend Angela Ruggiero, who joined us on set earlier today. We'll be right back. Bruins Overtime Live on NESN is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.